Cyclocross magazine here with Henry Jones at the 2017 Montana Cross Camp. This is your first ever camp?
Yeah, it is. Happy to be here.
What motivated you to come?
I've heard great things about it from riders in my hometown, like Cameron Beard and Lance Hydet. And then my friend Ryder came last year too.
Yeah.
So I heard great things about it, and Jeff and his program, so that's what got me interested.
Did it live up to expectations?
It did, yeah. It was super fun. Felt like I learned a lot. It was, I don't know, just great exposure, seeing all these different riders from all over the country. So,
how much of this camp is about starting your training versus learning how to train?
I'd say definitely most of it is learning how to train. There's not a whole lot of structured, like, you need to be doing this, but it's a lot of exposure to new and different things that are going to help you with your training.
Yeah.
And so I think Mr. Proctor's sort of philosophy is teaching us how to, learn how to incorporate these things into our own training to, progress ourselves as athletes.
Right. What team do you ride for?
The Bend Endurance Academy.
Is that Bart Bowen's involved with?
He is involved with it. It's a junior development team based out of Bend. Draws in a lot of riders, starting a lot of really young riders too. So it's a great program.
Doing a lot of cross workouts and drills and running exercises in the morning here.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of those things you will take back and incorporate in your regular training, or go back to your coaches and Bart and say, hey, can we work on this?
Yeah, I think it's super helpful, and like we do some of that stuff starting once it gets really cold in Bend and it's dark.
Yeah.
Starting in like December usually we do some of that to prepare for nationals, but obviously getting a jump on it here in August is really helpful, and it'd be great for me to continue to doing that stuff throughout the season.
Yeah.
So.
What was the biggest takeaway from this camp?
I guess I'd say the biggest takeaway is trying to, focus on your weaknesses and like go head on at basically anything and everything you can do to make yourself a better person and an athlete.
Yeah.
So having that discipline and having the work ethic to, attack all sides of, the sport, basically.
What was the highlight for you?
I love the afternoon rides.
Yeah.
I don't ride in like big groups a lot, and so it was really fun to just push myself in these big climbs that, super beautiful up over the Continental Divide.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
Coming from Bend, I bet there's a lot of gravel climbs if you wanted to go out and do them.
Yeah, there are. I've done a couple, but I like the road too, so I like to.
Yeah, what keeps you busy in the cyclocross off-season?
I like to ride mountain bikes and do a lot of road riding when I'm not doing cross stuff. So I love mountain biking. There's lots of great mountain biking in Bend, and that's what I do a lot of with my team. And I have lots of friends that I do that with.
Yep.
And I use the road as a fun training way. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
How would you describe Jeff Proctor?
I would say he's very methodical. I think he knows, and he pushes ourselves to think differently about our training and about to be what it means to be an athlete. And he knows and has obviously gained a lot of experience throughout his life about racing and training. So he's very calculating and knows, what this is going to be great, these rides are going to be good for this, and, does a great job of exposing us to all these different things.
You have a big goal for the cross season?
I would like to have just a good solid season of, fitness and local races, and then I'd love to accumulate some points at some of the UCI races, and then hopefully have a really good race at nationals, because it's my last race as a junior. So
you raced last year?
Yeah, I did race last year as a first year, 17-18. So
how'd that go?
It was good. I had a good race. it was brutal, cold in
Yeah.
Hartford, but I got 10th in the 17-18, so
That's great. And
I'd love to do better this year as a second year.
a lot of those guys must age up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was probably the 4th or 5th my age racer, so I'd love to have a similar performance or better this year.
As a last year junior, but now that the camp takes U23 riders, would you hope to come back?
I think it would be fun to come back. I'd have to see, I'm not quite, I don't see myself as the caliber of like a Gage Hecht or Lance, but I think there's always lots to be learned, and
Yeah.
it also, comes back to giving back to the younger kids,
Right,
which is super
right.
important, so.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, and
Yeah.
good luck with the season.
Thank you.